Hi everyone, it's Sonia here and welcome to my art channel. I've just got back into my art, doing it every day this January. So I thought I would come on and show you what I've been working on. I've been doing a few different styles and working in quite a few different journals. And I'll show you what I've been up to. So this here is my A4 sort of loose, anything goes sort of sketchbook here, and I started off with this double spread here, which if you have a look on my channel, the last video I did was of me doing this painting in a very sketchy style. So nothing was pre-drawn. I just get my paintbrush and I just, sketched it out with my paintbrush, and it was a lot of fun to do. It's kind of that messy, loose look, but it's very freeing and I had a lot of fun with it. So if you want to check out that video, you can do. So that was the 10th of January. Then the 11th, I decided to do this is from a photo of my New Zealand holiday my husband and I went on last year, and this was a park we walked past on the way to this really big museum we were going to, and there were some ducks, and it was just a really nice setting, and it was a beautiful day, and I quickly snapped a photo, thinking that I would make some art from it. So I made this. It's gouache and some colour pencil and some Posca markers. Yeah, I think I kind of overworked it. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted. I think I overworked the water a lot. But there's certain parts in here that I like. But yeah, I think I went a bit crazy with the water in this one. And this is like, I remember saying in my last video that I felt like doing landscapes. So I did this landscape, and then I realized once I had done the landscape that I really didn't enjoy it that much. So then I went on to this one here. This is the 15th of January. Just a still life that I made up in my head, and just playing with colour and pattern, and again trying to be very loose at this stage, and I've got love for the finer things in life, so my cup of tea and some beautiful flowers, who wouldn't love that? So yeah, this is all in gouache. And I mean, I like how some of the flowers turned out, and I like the looseness and the messiness of the pot or the vase. But there's things I don't like on this page. Like, I don't like how the coffee cup turned out, and I think I could have done the writing a little bit smaller perhaps, or neater. I don't know. There's bits I like and bits I don't like. So then I went on and I did this page here. This was from Instagram. There's a Mug Shop Monday, where every week they come out with a new teacup or a mug that you can paint for a still life. And this one kind of caught my eye. I do them once in a while, so yeah, did this one. Still have a problem doing the little plates under the teacup, but I really enjoyed the background and the tablecloth, and it was fun. Again, that's just in gouache. This was a page I kind of did a while ago, and for some reason I just flipped to the middle of the book to do it, and I was just testing what colours. I think these are like all markers, and I was just testing what colours, look best with other colours. And some, yeah, this is from Mugs and More Art. Okay. So then I went on to this style, which I'm really loving. Now this is all in oil pastels, which I have like quite a few of these containers, all different brands, and I just mix and match them all. But again, this is just from my head, and I really love how this turned out. I had so much fun, and I just took my time, and it was a hot day when I did this. I remember being inside with the air conditioner going. Here it's summer in Australia, so it's been really hot. This is actually the first day where it's like a beautiful day. It's like 26 or 28 degrees, but we've been sitting in the high 30 degrees Celsius, so it's been really hot lately. So a great time to do art though, because you are kind of stuck inside. But I love my bees that I did, and I love again the vase or jug that they're in. I love that I did this photo frame, and again I'm working here with pattern work, because I'm finding that, and you'll see in my future works, that I'm really enjoying pattern work again. And I used to actually was delving into pattern work a long time ago. So this is my big, doesn't even fit on the screen here, but this is my big A3, and this is a still life I did with lots of pattern a long time ago. I think this was either last year or the year before. I haven't dated it. Let's see, 23. No, and here's another one. So this is where I just sort of started with this concept of still lifes with big pattern backgrounds. So I got that out for a bit of inspiration, and was looking on Pinterest for art inspiration from other artists, and I really enjoy this sort of style at the moment. So then I've done this one here. This one's called Carol's Garden, and this is based on my friend's garden. I was at her house and she was showing me, she's got a lot of cacti, all in these small cute painted pots that she painted herself, and they're all different styles and different characters, and they're all bright and wonderful. And yeah, so I was very much inspired by her garden, and so I've got one of her pots she decorated with some cacti in it. And then this here is actually, I wouldn't believe it, but it's actually an old toilet that it's a white toilet, the porcelain toilet part, the bowl, and she's made it into a pot plant holder, I guess, and in it is a cacti that I gave her from my mum because it was dying, and she actually brought it back to life, sent me a photo of it, and it was beautiful red blooms on it. I couldn't believe it because this thing was nearly dead. And yeah, it just inspired this whole page. And then here we have some more cacti. These weird looking stringy bits are actually what I think they're called monkey's tails, and they're so beautiful, and she's got those as well. So I really enjoyed this page, and yeah, it's just, I love the colours, I love the brightness of it. I'm really attracted to bright colours at the moment, and I just keep some baking paper in between here because this is oil pastel and it will transfer. Now this one here I wasn't happy with too much. This was a really quick thing. Like, I felt like it was in the afternoon and I hadn't done any art yet. I normally do my art, I start it in the morning at least, even if I don't finish to the late afternoon. You know, I might go away and do something and then come back and finish up. But this one I hadn't done anything in the morning, and so I was just kind of standing next to my desk, and the next thing I knew I had picked up an oil pastel and I had drawn this table. I just knew I wanted a table and a window, so I went from there. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this, except for I do like the little kids underneath the table playing with the little balls, and I do like how they kind of smudged a bit, as oil pastels do, and I like that effect actually that happened with that. But that's probably my favourite part of this whole spread. Sort of nothing else really worked for me or came out as I sort of imagined. But yeah, I do like the kids, even though they're probably a little tighter than I wanted them to be. And then just to finish off the walls and that, I use soft pastel. So it's a very messy page, and yeah, my fingers are getting dirty just touching it. Okay, so I did this one, I believe it was yesterday, so I should date it before I forget. This one I've put enjoy the little things, and yeah, played with a lot of mixed media. So I used watercolor and graphite pencil, Posca pens and normal acrylic paint pens, and just had a ball just really adding patterns and doing my still lifes, and then adding some words. I'm really enjoying doing some lettering in the work here. So again, playing with pattern, and I don't know if you can see on camera if it comes up, but underneath this red you can actually see this graphite pattern here that I did with the flowers. That was all underneath this red, and you can actually still see it underneath the red acrylic pen, which gives a really cool effect, and I actually really like that. So yeah, just playing around with this one. Yeah, again, don't really love it, but just trying to get my mojo back of getting into art. And I find that, I don't know about you, but every time I stop art for a while, I need quite a few pages to get back into the rhythm of things and to start making art that I like again. It gets really hard for me. Once I've been doing it for a few months, I get into the rhythm of things and I'm loving everything that I create. But then once I stop, that's when, when I come back to it, I find it really hard to, make art that I like for a while. So it's like I get rusty really quickly. So I guess that's a tip for myself. Never let myself fully stop. So this is in my A5 sketchbook. Again, this is sort of anything goes kind of sketchbook. Oil pastels, watercolor paints, pencil, it's got everything in here. This one here is inspired by Sandy Hester, like a few of these probably are. This was back on the 6th of January. I think this is the very first art piece I did this month after not doing anything. And Sandy Hester was doing some finger painting and from a photo, and I decided to give that a go because it was something really easy. It was something I thought was really quick just to get my sort of juices flowing. So this is from a photo. It's me and my two daughters many years ago when they were still teenagers, and we were at a wildlife park and they let this beautiful owl sit on my daughter's lap. And it was just from a photo, and it's all finger painted and it looks nothing like us, but I quite like the looseness of it. Then I did this one. This was in acrylic paint. I've written it down here. Again, inspired by Sandy Hester. Going back through her videos always kind of loosens me up to get painting and stuff again. So she actually was, yeah, I was looking at the videos where she was painting from photos. I don't know how old those videos are, but they're on YouTube. And yeah, she had a very similar one where she and her sister, I think, were small children sitting in this big bed with this crochet blanket. And it was funny because when I decided, yes, I'll paint from a photo, I was going through the photos and I found this photo of my husband and my two daughters. I think it was Father's Day, and they were having breakfast in bed. And this was our crochet blanket, because my husband's grandma used to crochet everyone in the family a blanket. So, yeah, so I found a similar photo, so yeah, I did this one. Then I did this one here. Okay, this again was from a photo. I can't remember if I finger painted it or if I just did it very loosely with a brush. I think I might have just done it I think I might have started off with my fingers and then went to a brush. And again, it's just from a photo. This was me as a teenager, as a bridesmaid for my sister's wedding. And this was a friend that I invited, and this was my niece, and we were all sort of in the same colour. But yeah, I wasn't really liking how it was going, so I sort of didn't do anything else, just left it, you know, without any background or anything. And that's fine to do, you know. Sometimes you're just not feeling something, so, you know, you just let it be and move on. And then I did this one here, which was inspired by some folk art from a book that I have. I'll show you the book. It's called American Folk Painters of 3 Centuries. And I was looking through it for inspiration. And I'm trying to find the page. Okay, so this one here is what I sort of copied, but I didn't want to copy it completely, of course. So I did change some things. I don't know if you can see both there. Yeah, might be able to see that. Can you see that? Yeah. So yeah, I changed some things in the picture, but I just like in folk art how sometimes there's flatness to areas. So like, you know, the floor is drawn very flat and the table is drawn flat, and even the chairs are drawn, you know, flat. There's no, like, it's not three-dimensional. So, but then, you know, you look at the curtains and the ladies and they do look three-dimensional, so it's kind of a mishmash, and I really like that in folk art. So yeah, I just decided to do this, and of course I wanted to do it in my loose style. I could have done it like in this tighter style, but I just wanted to play around and see if I could do it in a loose style as well. And that's in gouache. So I did that one. So that was that. And then I'll see if I did anything in this one. I've got quite a few art journals that I work in at the same time. So yeah, this one here, I just did this spread here. I think I did this in front of the telly one day. Yeah, and it's just graphite pencil, and just felt like doing some garden seam. So I did that one. And then this is Carol's Garden again. This is what I did first, and then from this sketch, that's the one that inspired the oil pastel one. So yeah, you can see there I just did the basic, you know, toilet bowl pot plant. And then I knew I wanted this, so I incorporated, you can see it here now, and the toilet bowl here. And then, of course, I wanted to add some things in the background. So yeah, always have a smaller sketchbook for ideas, because you never know where they're going to lead to a bigger piece. So that was those. And then I'll show you this one. So I made this sketchbook just out of some cardstock for the cover, and then I had these old, you know, the paper shopping bags you can get, the brown paper shopping bags. Well, I had a whole stack of them that I keep because I know I could reuse them for something. And then, so I made this sketchbook out of them, because I just wanted something with the brown paper for the oil pastels. So I did these 2 pages here. So I started with this page, and yeah, this was from Instagram. This was a challenge on Instagram. I'm trying to think of the challenge now. I think it's Still Here, Still Life. And it was this big table with all these foods on the table. I just did a section of the table. So yeah, we have some berries and some apricots, radishes, tomatoes, some capsicum with some matching flowers, like the flowers were the same colour as the capsicums. I think these are figs. I didn't really know what fruit they were. I'm thinking they were figs. And then there was this big pretzel thing at the bottom. So I did that. And then I couldn't stand having this page with nothing on it. So the same day I just did this quick bowl with fresh eggs in it. Why, I don't know. Why eggs, I don't know. I just thought that the white would look quite striking against the colours on the page, I guess. I wanted something that really stood out. So that's those 2 pages. Again, all in oil pastel, because I've been having fun playing with those. I'll just put some paper in here because I can see that the colours are transferring from page to page. Put that in there. That's all I've done in that one. And then last of all, I was watching Sonia Britton, and she has these altered sketchbooks that she pulls out a few pages and uses them as sketchbooks, old books of sketchbooks, sorry. So I did a few of these for a week as warm-ups when I had spare paint on my palette left over, or before I painted to warm up. So I just did some abstracts every day, and just, I like this one. Something about the colours in this one, I think. And this is all either acrylic or gouache. And just, yeah, it's just fun to play and not really worry how these turn out at all. I don't have anything in mind when I start them. I just get whatever paint I have and I just make a mark somewhere on the page, and then I go from there. This one had a frog that I just couldn't bear to paint over, so I left him. And then this page I really like. Again, I think it's the colours that attract me. Just love this section, and it's a good way to see what colours really work with other colours as well. So it's a great way to use this, to go back through and go, oh, you know, that's great. Oh, that colour goes with, you know, those 3 colours together, they look great. Or, you know, so you could use it as that sort of book too. Just, you know, because I don't think about what colours I'm going to put down on this, on these abstracts before I do it. I just, whatever's next to my hand basically is what goes down on the page. So but it is a good way of discovering what colours go with what. And then this was the 16th of January, so it was exactly a week I did this for. I haven't done any for a few days because I haven't had my acrylic or gouache out, but when I do have them out, this is what I'll be using. So I did that. So that's all I've got done for January, and I hope you enjoyed this show of all my sketchbooks and the art I've been creating. And I hope to come back in about 2 weeks and show you more of an update of what I've created in the next 2 weeks. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.